Hello. Thanks for tuning in to my first gameplay video of The Darkest Dungeon. I started playing this game last week and have not been able to stop playing it. It is an amazing game. It's super hard, and it's something that role-playing games and dungeon builders haven't really done in the past. Normally you play through dungeon games, Diablo, any kind of role-playing games. You heal up with your guys, they're fine, good to go, you camp, get your life back, mana, everything like that. Go out fight more battles. Team member dies, get resurrected, everybody's happy. Not in the Darkest Dungeon. Darkest Dungeon, as you continue on, as your teammates and whatnot get hit, they take stress damage, which can lead to some negative perks, and it can be a detriment to your team. And if they take too much stress damage, everything starts going downhill from there. I had a guy have a heart attack and die in the middle of a fight because he was so stressed. But as a disclaimer on the game says that you will have your adventures die. You will have to abandon quests, which I've had to do to keep what I've gotten as I've gone through, because if you die in there you just lose everything. So a lot of times the smart thing to do is just to back out and leave the dungeon. But today I've played through a little bit already, so I have my little hamlet, which is my town, built up. I'm on week 25, so I've gone through 25 missions. But I have it built up a little bit. I haven't gotten too far in the game. I've killed a couple of the bosses, but today on this video,
the degeneracy of the hamlet is nothing, I fear.
We're going to go through
to the condition
into
of acres.
One of the areas called the Warrens. And here I am going to go up against a boss named Inchoate Flesh, which I have not seen anything about this guy, so it will be a new one to me going up against him. Most of these bosses I've had gone through, fought for the first time. It was the first time seeing them, so I learned strategy on the point, except for one of them, which in all the reviews and stuff I read was about the swine god and not to do a certain thing during that fight, which I was able to kill the swine god pretty easily on my first time because of all the reviews that I read. So this one I'm going in blind. I don't know anything about this fight. I'm doing a little town maintenance before I go. Last quest I went on was just an explore quest. I had two guys die. Worginator here, one of my abominations, he became abusive, got so stressed he started spouting off things to the rest of the team. They all got stressed. They get these little quirks here, got some negative quirks. So like some of his quirks is he suffers intense need to do specific actions, which is one that I extremely hate, because in the middle of the dungeons he'll automatically do things on his own, or he'll just run ahead and grab that chest that's trapped and won't let me unlock it or disarm it first, and ends up hurting himself. And then I think this little skull thing, I'm not exactly quite sure what it means. I think it's kind of locked that quirk in. All I know is it costs a ton more to remove that. But so with this guy, he doesn't really have any good quirks. He's super stressed right now, and so as you see going into the tavern, if I was to put him places I'd have to spend gold, and that will relieve his stress, which for this guy, he has the Black Plague, which is kind of really bad. This compulsive thing, and then his good quirks aren't the best, and then it's going to cost a lot of money to fix him up to make him worthy to go out on adventure again, which I'm not going to do. So what you do is just dismiss him. And
slumped shoulders, wild eyes, and a stumbling gait. This one is no more good to us.
Just kick him away. Because in the Darkest Dungeon, basically you are this guy, the caretaker. You are luring people here to your estate in hopes of adventure, money, gold. Each week they come in the stagecoach here. I have 4 adventures coming. You can upgrade your barrack size, so you can have how many people. Like over here I can have a max amount of 20. You could do that through questing. You get these little items here, busts to upgrade some buildings, portraits, deeds, and then the crests. And so each of the different places in town take a different amount or a different type of item to upgrade them. And so right now I have 4 people coming every week to me, and right now I'm trying to save up to get more experienced recruits coming to me. Right now I have a couple that come each week that start at level 1, which make them a little stronger, which is kind of good because these skills are kind of expensive to upgrade, and they come already upgraded. And I believe their armor, yep, their armor and everything's upgraded as well, and that gets quite expensive. So it's going to be one of the things I'm focusing on, is collecting the portraits and deeds and whatnot to upgrade my stuff to get higher quality recruits in each week. Like this guy, he has extra crit with his melee skills. I really like these lepers, they're strong. He's fascinated with corpses, which kind of sucks because in the dungeon sometimes there's dead bodies on the ground that you can search. You have to use like anti-venom or something on them so you don't get poisoned or anything. He just runs ahead, plays with them, and poisons himself. So while he might be good, I have 2 lepers right now that are built up, level 3 and level 2. They're pretty good. So right now, these 4 guys that came this week, it's random. I'm not going to choose any of them. Here we have the tavern. You can send your guys in. Right now I have this lady, I don't know how to say her name, Quevermont. She's a arbalist, which is kind of like a sniper class. She got pretty stressed in the last mission. Both her and that abomination that I basically told to kick rocks were the only survivors. The other 2 died. So he was super stressed. She got pretty stressed, so I sent her to the bar to drink for a week, and that'll hopefully relieve some stress. One thing I did read online to do is if you send people to the bar and stuff, you have trinkets, little items that make them stronger, and some of them can be quite powerful. I was told to always take them off of your guys, because like when they go on a drunken binge, they lose things. Or if you send them to the gambling hall, they could gamble their trinkets away. So one thing I was told, was pretty smart advice, because I did have one guy lose a really good trinket. Here I have a camp that teaches survival skills, so within the medium to longer dungeons you can camp and kind of regroup yourself, and here you can buy extra skills if you need them. You can only equip 4 at a time, so I go through and I kind of look which ones are my favorite and choose those and have those equipped. Here at the sanatorium is where I send my guys to the treatment ward here. and I can get rid of some of these negative quirks, or I can lock in the positive quirks. Costs a little more to do that than get rid of. Well, those are expensive. Because I have both. So, like 1,000 or 5,000 gold to do that. Locking in the quirks, I've learned, is really good if they get a really, really good positive quirk. Because I had my guy named Kohai here that is the highwayman. He had a really awesome quirk, and it got replaced randomly by some other one. So that's what you do with this. You can lock them in. Down here in the medical ward, you can send them here if they get diseased or anything like that. The Abbey is another place you can send people to relieve stress. You can have a meditate, pray, or flagellation. They like bondage and whatnot. Then we have our guild hall. Here we can send our guys and they can train their skills stronger. And so I'm working on, I need like 11 more portraits and a bunch more shields. But shields come by pretty easily. It's the other items that you get kind of sparingly. In the blacksmith, you can upgrade your weapons. It can get a little expensive as you do that, but I usually do that before a mission. Wagon here, every week they sell different trinkets. I haven't really bought any from here because the really nice stuff is way expensive, and as you see, I don't save up that much gold. Alright, this is the kind of like my statue in town. Kind of goes through and shows the different things. I've beat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bosses so far out of however many parts there is, so there's quite a bit more to the game. But right now, if you haven't seen the next minute or so, I'm going to play the prologue video, kind of it gives a background of the video. I really like the voiceover of the game and the tone. It's really cool. So here is the video for House of Ruin. I'm not going to play the Old Road one because that's just talking about the adventures coming in on the stagecoach. But this will kind of give you a background on what this game story is about.
Ruin has come to our family. You remember our venerable house? Opulent and imperial, gazing proudly from its stoic perch above the moor.
Used to be so nice.
I lived all my years in that ancient, rumor-shadowed manor, fattened by decadence and luxury. And yet I began to tire of conventional extravagance. Singular, unsettling tales suggested the mansion itself was a gateway to some fabulous and unnameable power. With relic and ritual, I bent every effort towards the excavation and recovery of those long-buried secrets, exhausting what remained of our family fortune on swarthy workmen and sturdy shovels. At last, in the salt-soaked crags beneath the lowest foundations, we unearthed that damnable portal of antediluvian evil. Our every step unsettled the ancient earth. But we were in a realm of death and madness. In the end, I alone fled laughing and wailing through those blackened arcades of antiquity, until consciousness failed me. You remember our venerable house, opulent and imperial. It is a festering abomination. I beg you, return home, claim your birthright, and deliver our family from the ravenous, clutching shadows.
Yeah, now his house is in ruin.
Of the darkest dungeon.
Yeah, I really like the setting of this. It seems kind of Cthulhu-esque. So right now I'm going to go embark into the Warrens to fight this Inchoate Flesh. Gotta choose my team. I'm gonna get a leper. I can't use any of these level 3 guys for this level 1 quest. My only healer take Invader Zim. I do not have very much. I'm gonna go back and recruit one of the guys. Kind of like cannon fodder. These guys always end up dying on me.
The raw strength of youth may be spent, but his eyes hold the secrets of 100 campaigns.
What I usually do is I select my guys and go back into the guild, choose my skills. Let's see. He has pretty good base skills. Take them to the blacksmith and upgrade their weapons if they need to. And then I'm ready to embark. But you gotta go out, you gotta get some provisions. Which I usually, for a medium quest, I usually get like 18 food items. 2 shovels. Orange, you don't really need anti-venom. I can't get rid of this because it's one of the guy's items down here. I think it's the plague guy. Buy 2 of each of those and like 12 torches.
My zeal for blood rituals and summoning rites had begun to ebb, as each attempt invariably brought only failure and disappointment. Progress was halting, and the rapidly accumulating surplus of wasted flesh had become burdensome.
Alright.
The thing is more terrible than I can describe. An incoherent jumble of organ, sinew, and bone.
I like this guy's little speeches. Oh crap. I forgot to equip my guys with trinkets. So my plague doctor and yep, he's the only one with some trinkets. So it might be a little difficult. I'm gonna just go zigzag. Try to go through all the rooms. The boss is probably here. We'll see.
A fortune, waiting to be spent.
Sometimes there's random traps in here. I don't like going through these.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
Safe. Moonshine barrel. You want to put some herbs in that. Oh crap, wrong guy. Should have had him selected. Oh well. I'm already off to a bad start. like to keep my light up here above 75%. Oops, I get kind of stressed. No battle again. So far this area is kind of quiet. Little box is empty. See, random tracks.
Mechanical hazards possessed by evil intent.
I'll let him bleed. 65. If you have a higher light level, it gives you a better chance to scout and surprise the enemies. Oh. Let's see. Crush.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Got these two guys stunned. These drummers, they can increase your stress level pretty high.
Unnerved, unbalanced.
Little numbers above their head are stress damage. Oh man. She got sick.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Let's chop him.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Sucks when he's all the way back there because I can't really reach him with the melee guys. So how do I do this? She can use this, heal herself, and damage.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Got some pictures. Okay, this bone altar gives a buff. You don't really have to cleanse it. More damage. Let's go up. Surprising sucks when they surprise you because it randomizes your positions. These plague doctors have really strong poisons. It's a good dot, especially on bosses. What's she going? See, they have to be in certain positions to do certain skills. So she will party heal. Well, he moves. Let's crush this guy.
Decimated.
Alright. Plague Doctor. Let's see. Let's do this.
Begone, fiend.
Your hit points don't really matter too much in this game. They're good. Counter that blight. Throw a grenade at him.
Well struck. to the pit.
There we go.
These nightmarish creatures can
Move
be
them
felled.
back in the
They can be
positions I
beaten.
want. Do another barrel. Send a damage buff till he camps again.
The light, the promise of safety.
A lot of battles coming up.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Alright. Try and surprise these guys in the room. When you scout them, they can't surprise you. I hate those pigs, because they can poison you. I'm gonna throw him a heal. Crush them. Got him.
Another one falls. Death waits for the slightest lapse in concentration.
Heal up this guy. Oh, good crit. Bonk this guy.
Eradicated.
He's resisting that blight. They're picking on my plague doctor quite a bit. Chomp.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
And these corpses that lay here
A
make it
dizzying
so
blow to body and
my melee guys can't attack them.
obliterated. A trifling
Got some
victory,
crests.
but a victory nonetheless.
Heal him up. If you don't feed them on this or run out of food, they take quite a bit of stress damage. As you see here, there's on the map, there is a trap, which is right here. I go through and find out who has the best percentage to disarm traps. Which looks like it's 30%. So, send the person with the most life. Just in case it failed. Ooh, I hate these madmen. They need to die fast. He does really no damage to your team, except he screams and stuff and causes a ton of stress damage.
Executed with impunity.
That one's not too bad. She's not going to be able to heal this round.
Destroy.
more screaming. I could chop those and get him out of the way, but he is going to die next turn because I'm going to throw another blight thing. So I'm going to heal up some stress. And one thing that's really cool is the dots stack on this, so where he's taking 4 damage per round, if I do it again, he'll take 8. You see here, so I knew he was going to die on his next turn.
Gently. This is how a life is taken.
Let's see, 84. Let's go this way, inch our way around. Yeah, let's see who wants to open up these books. She learned something good. Death blow resist. Probably will see a death blow in this on the boss. When they get down to 0 health, they don't die right away in this, which is good because you have a chance to save them. The pack. Already been looted. I don't need my light. It's a waste of... let's go grab this curio. So I'm not going to go down this hallway to the boss.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles.
I learned this
Paid for in
by
blood.
accident. So if you stand by the door and press W, you can go backwards. Alright. Who wants to get the loot? Oh, let's have her do it. Bandages for her hands.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
Oh,
Ambushed by foul invention.
oh well. It's dark. In this room, there's one. When you camp, you can buff your guys, and it lasts for 4 battles. So I'm only 3 battles from the boss, so I'll be able to camp and have the buffs still.
Gathered close in tenuous firelight and uneasy companionship.
Alright, let's see. Speed and dodge. Dodge and crit. Oh, does that go to everybody? Yes, it does. Good. That's actually a really good one. Alright, none of my skills here protect from a nighttime thing, so hopefully I don't get attacked when I sleep. Those buffs stack. I'm gonna have her reduce her stress. It'll increase everybody. She's gonna turn around and say nice stuff to our plague doctor. Oh, so somebody got diseases here. I forgot who it was. I'll save money. The Red Plague. And he can do this. And I'm out of moves. Nice. Hopefully don't get attacked, because it sucks when they get attacked at night.
The match
Good.
is struck. A blazing star is born.
Alright, let's go.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Alright.
A singular strike.
Good. Shot buttons. I like that move because it self-heals. He will die next round, so I won't need to hit him. I will crush one of these guys.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Try and heal him. Ah, wrong one. Oh well. It's random who goes next.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Good. Let's delay it a turn. They're making him bleed.
Annihilated.
Nice.
Exposed to a killing blow.
That was not good. I don't know why these guys don't get stressed from those. Ouch.
Reeling. About to break.
That it is. Let's end it.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Let's go grab this. Or the boss. Could be something good. Nope. Alright. Going up against the boss.
A handsome reward
My guys
for a
are all.
task well performed.
3 of them are at half life. We'll see how this goes. Put all the way right. I don't need to do that anymore.
The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
Okay, let's do this.
Squirming,
What the crap is
contorting,
that?
and ever expanding. This horror must
the
be
crap?
unmade.
Okay, he took flight. Oh, so they all share life. That's, oh crap. Yeah. This guy looks awesome. Minus dodge speed for
A decisive pummeling.
hopefully that'll help a little bit. Ew. Ew. Throw some more blight on this. 8 and 4. Good. He wants to heal. Oh, he's blighted, so let's heal him. Oh, that's only healing him 4. That's not good at all. Let's go with Crush. Oh crap. No healing next turn. Shoot them both down.
Masterfully executed.
Play grenades are working really good on this. 16 life on those two guys. That's good. Let's see. Not worried. I got this. I got this.
It is as grotesque in death as it
Did
was
I?
in life.
Good, they're all tied together.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
I have no more room for gold, but I don't need any of this stuff anymore, so I could just drop it. They're 5 gold each, so 50. Let's get rid of food. Yay! And that was the Inchoate Flesh boss. He looked really cool. I liked how he changed shape every round and everything like that. But this game is pretty fun. I'm not going to do little gameplay videos of every single mission. I think I'm just going to do ones of the boss fights on the first time I go up and go from there, because those ones are the ones that the other ones are kind of repetitive, but the boss fights have some crazy stuff that happens in them sometimes. I had this fat hag lady that was throwing my guys in a pot and she was cooking them, and one of them about boiled to death. But thanks for watching, and if you liked it, like and subscribe. Let me know what you thought of the Darkest Dungeon in the comments below, and I will be seeing you at another boss fight on this game. Have a great day. Take care.